fought. I'm saying, people of God, that I hope I'm about to series that in the chatter or because when you go to a university like the University of Zimbabwe or any other university, it is affiliated to a certain university elsewhere, and most likely universities in the West. And the universities in the West have academic knowledge that they wanted to dish, but it is their environment that they put in writing that you go there and learn and leave your own environment unattended to. So at the end of the day, when you come back, you promulgate, you propagate the principles of social life in those countries, and they will not be in tandem with the social and economic development of the country that you come from. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to make this presentation that I have here. Unfortunately, when I was told about it, I didn't quite know that I was going to do so. But let me tell you something. I went to a political and military academy in East Africa that is known as Mugagao, and the program was under the auspices of the OAU Liberation Committee. The OAU, or the AU, is an affiliate of the United Nations, which is the highest political institution in the world. Unfortunately, the knowledge that I have cannot be taken very seriously because those are not registered institutions. They were not as registered as the institutions that you went. However, it is the same institution that managed to unfold and made these developments. I've heard the young people here talking about a lot of other things, but let me brag here and say it is our generation that suffered the 1951 Land Apportionment Act. It was our generation. The first thing that you would do before you go to school was going to Kumunda and make sure to marima and produce not the white man who was in the commercial farming area. No. So it is the disbandment of the commercial of the people reserve when they stopped producing maize. Nekuya kwa independence waneso wapenda kumagezi. That made Zimbabwe poor because it is those people who are GMB. It is our generation that hated the white supremacy and the draconian laws. It was our generation. So he had a very young, he had his children, and I was a child. I could see the white man's son or daughter, Achita, play around with a bicycle. And I wondered what had happened to my father, why he could not buy me a bicycle. But later on, that developed and I understood why. It was about the Presiata till it is Patata Kando. It is my generation that fought and defeated the white man's government and delivered independence. It is our generation. It is my generation that has delivered independence and made available political power to the people of Zimbabwe. It is my generation. These are achievements. Because surely these are achievements that my generation has made. I will tell you, I've told you that I went to a political and a military academy. Ndiyo yakandiita mkomredi hiyo. Kana nchiti comrade ndozo yakandiita mkomredi hizo. Now, it is my generation again that provided, that made available women's emancipation. It is my generation that has contributed to the smallest change in Zimbabwe. If there was any change from 1978, 79, 76 to 1981, that change was made by my generation. That's an achievement. It is my generation, people of God, that resisted the creation of a dynasty in Zimbabwe, which was already prevalent. It is my generation. I am one of them. He is my witness. He came to Makoti Kwanda and Dirigo. But not very many of you, unfortunately, you were there. You need wanted to join in, but you didn't not. Just as good as you were not there when we went to war. I'm not sure whether if you were there, I'm not sure whether you would have gone. Because you did not join us to dismantle the dynasty that was in the pipeline. So it is my generation.